What's up, YouTuber? It's Saturn killed over here at Al&Ed's Marina Del Rey. I'm going to do a tuning session today on a Rockford 3.Sixty.3 processor. I got my laptop. See the logo right there? I've already loaded the software. Basically, what I'm going to do now, I'm kind of working solo today, so this is going to be kind of a little rough. I don't have a cameraman. I'm going to take my Rockford 360 disc. I'm going to put it in to the CD player on this Volkswagen that we're working on. I'm going to go to the sound. Main thing you want to do, make sure your settings are level. Disc is going to go into play. I'm going to go ahead and keep it paused until I'm ready to get to that portion of the install. I already made sure that the fader and balance is center. I turned down all the volume for the nav and stuff like that, just so I don't have an issue with it. I've turned the radio volume all the way down, just so I don't get any interference or anything. So, go back to my computer. I plugged my Rockford 360 in via USB. I'm going to go ahead and launch the program. So when you launch on your laptop, I am using a PC. That's your Rockford screen that pops up. It's going to find the processor. It's going to do all the initialization. And it's going to pop it up to the screen right here. So basically I got it plugged in, it's synced to the processor. If you look at the bottom, you have the green light saying device connected, which is a good thing. So what basically I'm going to do is go over here to the device. I'm going to go to configure. The first screen it's going to give me is going to be Rockford 360 source interface. So you have Tosky Link, RCA, or high level. This car has a factory head unit, so we're going to use a high level, so it's blinking at me. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to adjust my properties. See, it gives you a full, I don't know if you can see it too good on here, it gives you a full selection of different ranges to select. So let me go ahead and key in the ranges, and then I'll bring you in on the next step. So there, I got all my settings in. So basically, since I'm using 4-channel audio from the head unit, I got front, left, front, right, full range on 1 and 2, 3 and 4 left, rear, right rear, 4-inch. Also, you'll notice on the processor that we have, they did color-coded inputs, the standard wiring color for this type of stuff. Most of the time on your installs, you're going to be using the white, the gray, the green, and the purple. So I hit next. And now I'm going to set up my assigned output channels. So I have the front is left tweeter, front right, right tweeter. So I got my tweeters and the mids together. I got my mid basses at 3 and 4 because there's 3 ways in the front of this car. Channel 5 and 6 I got as full range for the rear. I'm going to tweak channel 7 to be my center mid-range because we want to tune it as a mid-range. And then the right subwoofer we're going to change to a mono sub for this setup, and we're going to click next. So basically now we're doing channel summing. So it's asking me to select the output on the diagram and select the input channels to create the output channel. So for the input channels, I'm going to use front left, front left, and rear left. I'm going to click next. Let's say OK. I'm going to allow the main volume to have 3 presets, the Bluetooth to have 3 presets. We're not going to use an optical, so we're going to eliminate that altogether. We're using the auxiliary, so we'll give the auxiliary the 3 presets, the Bluetooth and the main. We're going to go next. This is the portion of the tuning where it's asking you to insert the disc and brings up the DV screen. So basically what we do is we have the disc in. We have disc 1, and now we're going to turn the volume all the way up on the radio. And I'm going to slowly adjust it until you get all those nice lines green. That's an undistorted signal, so you leave your head unit set there. You click next. It's automatically configured with the gains. You click next. Play track 2, so you go over to the radio, select track 2. You hit next. Now it's going to do your EQ curves. You're going to go to, first I always click read results. It's going to show me my results, not much there. I'm going to go to auto normalize. And now the device is going to automatically tune the channels. So this is the easy part. This is where you paid that $600 for this device to do everything for you. So there we go, we auto normalize. Now you have your sound curve right here. We're going to go to next. I'm going to turn the volume down on the radio, as it asked me to. Like I said, I'm a one-handed cameraman today. Sorry for the video quality, it's the best we can do. I click finish. Radio comes back on. Now here's the fun part. This is what we're looking at now. I gotta go in and tune all these frequencies and ranges to my taste. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'm going to show you the curves when I'm done tuning. This takes me about 2 hours of time to sit here. I'm going to hook my term lap up. I'm going to do some tuning using an RTA meter. When I'm all done with this, I'll bring you guys back in. Alright, so after doing what I needed to do on this car, I got it pretty well tuned up. I did 4 presets already. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what we do. Basically, on this car, since I'm using an 8-channel setup, I have there's my front center channel, using it as a blended fill tweeter. There's my front mids and highs. There's the curve I got for that. Now when I switch to the mid, you'll see the overlap of the mid frequency. See, there's the mid frequency range. Got a nice little overlap there, right around the 1K hertz tone. The rear, kind of a fill, sloped them off to really get the highs out of it, so it's more of a mid-range, true mid-range with a little bit of mid-bass to give it that rear fill. So you don't have a focal point of audio coming from behind you. The sub, very mellow on the sub for this particular preset tuning. You notice even though down here you can play with all the lines, but up here it actually shows you your graph and your curve of your output where you're at. Kept this one pretty mild. If you go up here to the top to the knob, you can click on the knob, it'll give you your master level and your sub volume control, your source, and your preset. So I just got done doing preset 4. I do that as my dubstep style preset. Now say I go to preset 2, which I tune for like normally like heavy bass rap music. DSP will load it up. Go back. Now when we look at the bass curve on that, see I have that nice 63 hertz bass arch for rap music. I got the mids, a little bit different curve there, but still that mid bass and that front tweeter, I kind of just, keep a good overlap frequency gap there. This is more of a flat range on the front stage. And then I got that really crisp, that kind of like that really crisp snare coming out of the center channel to blend well. On the device, you can go to preferences, which is this option. That allows you to set up your Bluetooth. We do the passcode as 4 zeros. Adjust your remote for different options. You can flip it depending on how you mount the knob. And then your general remote output if you need a delay for turn on or the EQ. The turn on turn off delay is great for like the European cars. This one doesn't need it because it does have an amp turn on. When you're done, you always want to go to store the preset or load a preset when you want to adjust. Over here on file, always save your file as. So whatever tuning you did, you mess up, you always have a backlog. This one's going to be V-dub, dubstep, tune, 2010. I actually put a little bit more in there. But what I also like to do is I also like to save the last 4 of the VIN numbers, so when the car comes back in, you can pull up the car profile, easily reload it for servicing, saves you the time of the headache of tuning. Roughly for me to tune this car, I've been on it for 3.5 hours. I've edited some stuff down in this video to make it watchable, so you guys aren't clicking off. But if you need any help with this thing, this is about my 3rd 360 I've tuned, so just please give me a call. Be more than willing to help you out. The car sounds great. After you save your profile, always before you disconnect the 360, click the Rockford logo, exit out of it, then unplug the 360, the little lights flash at you to let you know it's back online, and you're golden.